Is this the new best waifu deck?
Death Machine!
What's good, Yugi Tubers? It's your boy the Death Machine here, and if you love Chinese mythology, you're really gonna love this video. So thanks to all their new support, Marincess has been topping recently, and I've actually been keeping tabs on this deck since before I even started Yugi tubing. And over the years, it's gone from a decent competitive option to a potential meta contender. This fact was the inspiration for my newest deck, Marincess Dragon Carp. Now I bet you're wondering, the Death Machine, what does that have to do with Chinese mythology? You're gonna learn today! According to Chinese legends, there's a gate on top of a waterfall at the Yellow River called Dragon Gate. Tons of carp manage to swim upstream, but most of them can't make the final jump over the waterfall. If one actually does make that final leap, they're transformed into a powerful dragon. Oh hey, where have I seen that before? Thanks to all the hand traps Marincess decks can run now, this deck doesn't really do too bad going second. But 9.9 times out of 10, you'd rather be going first and just setting up a whole bunch of negates. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump to the games.
Yes.
Alright, so first up, we're going up against Flunderies. We're going to summon our Pascalis, then Blue Tang, use Blue Tang to mill this, activate Silent Mining, go into Blue Slug, and from here, we're really just going to start popping off. We're going to search another Pascalis, and add Spring Girl back to hand, summon Mandarin, summon Spring Girl, use them to make Bahamut Shark, summon Toad, Sea Angel, use Sea Angel's effect to search the Battle Ocean, we're going to activate that, summon Coral Anemone, then summon Spring Girl again, and we're just going to mill Ash and bring back one of our Marincess, and yeah, we're just comboing off. Like, Battle Ocean just brings out the best in Argonaut, and you're going to see why. We're going to negate their extravagance with Toad, use Toad's effect to bring back one of our Marincess. They're going to use Pop Duality, and activate Map. But we're going to negate that map's effect with Argonaut. And from here, they're just going to scoop, and this is our Daishori! Yeah. Okay, now it's our Daishori. Alright, so now we're going up against Branded Despia, and we're going second. They're going to activate Aluber, search Branded Fusion, activate Branded Loss, then Branded Fusion, summon Albion, and because of Branded Loss, we can't do anything about that. Next, they'll summon Lubellion, use that to summon Dragoon. They're going to use the Albion in their graveyard, we're going to DD Crow that, but they're going to waste their Super Poly with Dragoon. And yeah, that's about it for them. Reactivate Silent Mining and try bait that Dragoon out. Activate Spring Girl, use it to link summon Blue Slug. Then use Spring Girl's effect. They don't use that Dragoon yet. Then we activate Pascalis, summon another Spring Girl. Activate Sea Angel and Battle Ocean. Link summon Coral Anemone. They're gonna Dragoon that Crystal Anemone. And now they have no way to interrupt us, so we're gonna activate Dive. Summon another Pascalis from deck, use them both to make Splash Mage. Summon Spring Girl, use them both to link summon Marbled Rock. Use Seahorse, and yeah, they are basically doomed now. We basically have a 4300 quasi negate. We're going to negate their Frighfruit Patchwork, and we win. Now we're going second against Sharks, a deck which I'm really starting to like now. They're going to summon that Chitana, then Beautiful Princess, use that to summon Buzzsaw Shark, use Buzzsaw Shark's effect to summon Silent Angler, use them both to exceed summon Bahamut Shark, then summon Totally Awesome, summon Silent Sentinel from hand, and exceed summon Abyss Dweller. Now this is actually a pretty great move, you'll see why. Activate Silent Mining, Blue Tang, and you'll notice I didn't activate Blue Tang's effect. Oh, they just used their Totally Awesome. But anyways, yeah, thanks to that Abyss Dweller, we can't use our Marincess Monster's Graveyard effects this turn. And that's where a lot of their power comes from as a deck, the Graveyard. So that really limits our options right now. But it doesn't cripple us, as you can see here. We go into Splash Mage now. Use to make a 4300 attack quasi-negate. We're going to get rid of that Pound Shark so they can't use Totally Awesome again. They're going to use Crystal Shark, but because we link summoned Argonaut with Crystal Heart while Battle Ocean's on the field, this thing's unaffected while this is on the field. Yeah, they're going to use Abyss Dweller again, so we have to get rid of that Abyss Dweller now. They're going to use Silent Sea now to shuffle 3 back into the deck. Use Call by the Grave. We're going to cross out this near that. We win. And now we're going up against the deck that might get Totally Awesome banned. We're going first. We activate Blue Tang's effect. Use that to link summon Blue Slug. Use Blue Tang's effect to, and they're going to Lancey us. Whatever. We're going to add another Blue Tang to hand. They're going to Droll us. So, yeah, our options are really restricted this turn. So, all we can really do is end on... Yeah, we're going to activate Dive. And this is all we can end on. Great Bubble Reef. We're going to pass to them. They're going to activate Splite Starter. Summon Splite Blue. We're going to Banish to draw a card. They're going to summon Splite Jet. Use this effect to search. Summon Swap Frog. Mill Rontone. They're going to summon Gigantic Spline. Use this effect to summon another Swap Frog. They're going to pitch another Swap Frog. Summon Totally Awesome. And yeah. Something to note is Marincess Great Bubble Reef's effect is mandatory. So, yeah, right now we are not in the best position. The only good thing about this is they can't really summon anything other than Links, Ranks, and level 2 monsters. So, yeah. This is all they got. Let's hope it's enough. We're going to activate that Silent Mining. Summon Spring Girl. Use Spring Girl to make Sea Angel. Use Sea Angel and Spring Girl's effect, but they're going to imperm our Sea Angel. They're going to use Splite Smashers to banish their Splite Blue and our Crystal Heart. So we're just going to try and combo off as best we can. So, link summon Blue Slug. Summon Mandarin. Now we summon Aqua Argonaut, but without Battle Ocean, it really isn't going to do very much. We're going to use Coral Anemone to summon Pascalis. Use them both to make Marbled Rock. Add Blue Tang back to hand, and we're going to start attack. They're going to summon Swap Frog, Mildew Frog. We're going to go into Gigantic Splite again. Summon Splite Blue, search Splite Red, summon Rontone from Graveyard, summon Splite Elf, use that to revive their Totally Awesome. Now they're going to use Sky Cavalry Centauria to bounce our Aqua Argonaut. And yeah, they've got the advantage right now. But let's see what we can do. They're going to use Splite Elf to revive Splite Red. And yeah, at this point they're just going to pop off and try to completely stop our plays. They're going to try and completely stop everything we do. And they're going to fail. We normal summon Blue Tang. Use that to link summon Blue Slug. Search Dive. And bounce our Seahorse. Yeah, we're just going to start popping off like crazy now. We're going to activate Marincess Dive. Summon Splash Mage. Use that to revive Sleepy Maiden, and we're going to use all those to link summon our Aqua Argonaut, which is basically our win condition now. We win! Like I said earlier, Marincess went from an okay competitive deck to a potential meta contender. Now let's see how this card jumped over the Dragon Gate. Let's start, we got Nibiru, because RIP Dragon decks. Marincess Sleepy Maiden. And yeah, this card really doesn't come up very often, but you really don't want to go without one of this thing. Blue Tang is probably our best normal summon because it can mill a Marincess monster and search a Marincess card when it's used as link material. 3 Marincess Pascalis because it can make Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome, and On a later turn, we can banish it to add a Marincess spell trap from our graveyard to our hand. 3 copies of Marincess Spring Girl for a free level 4. Well, kind of free if we've got a water monster in our graveyard. Marincess Seahorse, can't go without this. 1 Marincess Mandarin, 3 of the best hand trap in the game. 2 Diet Ash Blossom, basically. Can't go without DD Crow because of Sword Soul and some other decks. 2 copies of Effect Veiler. Crossout Designator. 2 Sign and Mining. 2 copies of Marincess Battle Ocean. Now this card brings our last Link monster into its full potential. Like, that card is basically unstoppable with this thing on the field. We're gonna, trust me, we're gonna talk about that in a second. 3 copies of Marincess Dive, can't go without at least 2 of this. Especially if Marincess Battle Ocean's on the field. 1 Call by the Grave. 3 copies of Your Opponent Should Watch Their Columns if this is set. 3 copies of Marincess Wave. And some you guys need to know about this card. If you control a Link 2 or higher Marincess monster, you don't just get to activate this from your hand. Actually, no, it's... yeah, but all you need to know is if you've got a Link 3 on board when you activate this from the hand, your entire board is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Next we got Totally Awesome, which is probably going to get banned because of Splight. Bahamut Shark, 2 copies of Blue Slug, 2 copies of Sea Angel, 2 Coral Anemone, Marincess Crystal Heart. This card reaches its full potential with Battle Ocean, but that's not the monster I'm talking about. Splash Mage, Marincess Coral Triangle. Good, not just because it can search a Marincess Wave, but also because of its floating effect in the graveyard. Your opponent is the only one who got monsters out. You can just use this to revive a whole bunch of your Water Link monsters. Anyways, now we go to Marincess Marbled Rock, Marincess Grey Bubble Reef. We probably don't summon this card very much nowadays, but it's pretty good. Marincess Wonderheart. Okay. Now this is basically Marincess's win condition now, thanks to Battle Ocean. Like, if Battle Ocean is out and this is on board, like, this thing becomes a 4,300 attack quasi-negate. It can negate spells and traps on the field during your opponent's turn, and it can bring back some of the Marincess links that are equipped to it. Next we got 2 more copies of Nibiru because RIP combo decks. Token Collector, RIP Tenyi Sword Soul, and Isekai tokens. 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit because RIP Sword Soul and Isekai tokens. Draw Lockbird, 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet, and 2 copies of Lightning Storm and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster because RIP Eldritch.
Ski! Kometo! Toroku!